Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make a sky so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
Have you ever had to let a friend go? And how hard was it, if at all?
I had a few friends that I had to let go. I don't think it was hard necessarily. It was friends that I probably grew up with, a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't nothing hard. I just feel like people kind of just grew up and went their separate ways.
I have.
I've never had
let friends go.
But I've never had like somebody where I was like, it's just hard for me to let them go, but I got to do it.
Yeah.
I've never had that, but I've had people around me that have talked about it. You have?
Yeah, I
Why?
have.
But why?
Because of how they started acting. I'm talking about before all of this. Really good friends, like really good friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about you give me stuff for my baby. You want to share. You want to do this. You did this and that. And then all of a sudden it's like you start, I guess maybe, stuff started changing for her. But at the same time, I just kind of felt like she would call and I missed the call and I didn't answer the phone. Or I wouldn't call back until like 2 days later, or most of the time I felt like it was because of that. Mm-hmm. And then I would call back, or sometimes like, how shit happens. We got kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got family that I do the same thing with. We try to call and hit each other and it just be the wrong time. He can't pick up or I can't pick up.
But I started feeling like it was because I wasn't calling back or I wasn't answering the phone when you called. Like I was supposed to stop everything I was doing because you were calling. It sounds so stupid, but to me, I felt like it almost became like a game. I found myself going, "Hey, I'm sorry, I hadn't called you. I've just been busy with the kids." And then I kept finding myself doing that, and I'm like, "Why the fuck am I apologizing because I'm busy with my life?
Because I'm living my life."
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, essentially, and it was a really nice person, a really nice friend. I really liked them a lot.
Maybe.
But I feel like I'm not a chaser.
I'm not finna bend over backwards.
No.
And maybe she felt like you wasn't making like y'all relationship a priority. And I'm not saying like a priority, like a major priority, but maybe she felt like you wasn't prioritizing it the way that she felt that you should prioritize it. I feel like a lot of people, friends, relationships, people have that naturally where they feel like, okay, we used to hang out a lot because maybe we worked together or we grew up together and we used to hang out a lot. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, once those lines of communication get lost in translation a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is like nothing happened. Like there wasn't like nothing was wrong.
I think sometimes people just want to just move on, like when they feel like they don't talk to you enough.
Yeah.
And
maybe that could have been what it was.
Some people just want people in their life that they frequently communicate with. They have some people that they talk to every couple of months, every 6 months, and they just be like, nah, maybe I just, it's a done deal. But I'm not necessarily that way. Like if I don't talk to you for 6 months and then I talk to you the next time, like we just pick up where we left off at. Like it's no big deal for me.
But those are the real ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have friends like that also. Mm-hmm. Like real friends like that. And that's happened more than once. Like another time, I felt like it was because I didn't do something for somebody. Like they were asking me to pay their bills, and I
what the fuck? The fuck?
Asking me, can you pay my cell phone bill? And I couldn't do it. Like financially, I couldn't do it. Yeah. And when I couldn't do it, like I guess because she felt like me and you were together, you had money. You were making money, your own whatever, right? Like what we had going on.
You got enough to pay my bill, basically.
Right. Yeah. And she was like, "Can you pay the bill?" And I was like, I can. Like I could probably give you half. Like that's all I can do. And she stopped talking to me after that. So I felt like, then you're not my friend if
bye.
Like,
Yeah.
But
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Uh-huh.
I know it was a while ago.
We had been like riders for a minute, Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I can. Like we were literally living paycheck to paycheck at that point.
It's almost like I pay your cell phone bill. I ain't gonna be able to pay my cell phone bill.
Right. Yeah. Right. And some told me that I wasn't gonna get it back on top of that because I already know how she was with money. So it even made me more hesitant that even if I did, you're not going to give it back. And I'm not, at that point, I needed it.
I bet this conversation right now that we're talking about right now is burning some people up right now because they know, everybody knows somebody in their circle or in their family that's just like this. and they stop talking to you because you couldn't do something for them.
And that's what I've had to learn. Like, you choose your friends as you start to grow up, because you start seeing things in people that aren't traits of stuff that you can appreciate, or that even when you don't feel appreciated, and you start making those decisions in their life decisions. But it's just like, shoot, I guess you wasn't the friend that I thought you were, but I consider myself a good friend, even in saying that. Like, now if somebody was like, hey, can I, like, I might think about it, because you know how I am. I'm a little tight. Okay? Sometimes I can be tight. I'm not I can hold y'all, But shoot, if I
we
feel
all
like
are though, because I'm the same way too. I'm definitely willing to extend a hand, like to help somebody.
But
they
don't
need
abuse it though. You got people who gonna try it again. Like they ask you one time, and then 2 months later, hey, and then that amount done doubled. Now I need $400.
Exactly. That's why a lot of us don't do that initially and start doing it because.
But can you say somebody is a bad friend because they don't lend you money, or are they just being conservative? Like, they looking out for themselves, not in a way where it's like, I'm selfish and I can't do it. Even if you can, if somebody tells you, I'm gonna pay you back, over the next 4 months, you already start thinking 4 months. It's gonna take me 5 minutes to give you this money. What the hell?
It's gonna take you 4 months to reciprocate it back to me.
Right.
But my thing is for people like don't get entitled just because you know that they got it. Like, you can't be entitled to what they have because you know that they got it. And if you ask for it and they don't give it to you, then it's like,
don't feel a certain type of way.
Then you don't really love me. You don't really. You ain't no real friend.
But see, I feel like, this is a debatable topic right
here. This one right here, it'll get real deep.
Because I feel like this is when people start trying to tell you if you're a real friend, or if you're a real person, or like some people. Hell, I'm real, and I'm real.
I'm real tight right now. My pockets is real tight,
and I'm real about my money too. Like, no, like. I don't think it's people that just don't want to give. I just think people are just more like they've been fucked over so many times in life, where it's just like you don't even trust people, like even your best friends, like,
and then
because they have done it too.
And then also, it's a lot of people out there that do get fucked over a lot, and then there's some people that don't even want to get caught into that whole thing of lending money and then expecting it to come back, and then you don't get it back.
Yeah,
and then now you gotta like look at your partner, your friend, your homegirl, your cousin, your sister. You gotta look at them differently because now they said that they was gonna do it and then they didn't do it. Now
and you feel some type of way about it, low key.
So you don't even want to.
But you're supposed to be the friend.
Or the relative.
Or the relative.
Or the close relative.
Yeah. Oh, because family will do it to you worse.
They'll do it to you worse.
Just because you are a family, it's like, oh, I know he ain't going to be mad at me because, that's my cuz, like.
Yeah, say, you know what I'm saying? Shoot.
My uncle.
Yeah, so I'm in a tight little bind and I'll get it back to you. I've done that several times, and then you just don't even see it back. Like, and then after you do it that one time, it's just like, okay. I just charge it to the game, but in my heart, I know that I helped you out.
Yeah, but if you out
so
there,
I feel good about it.
Lending money to everybody and anybody that asks you, you're gonna find yourself broke. You're gonna be in a big, huge situation, and when it's time for you to need something, everybody's gone, and here you are trying to be the real friend to everybody. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've never been that type that's just gonna extend my hand like that to each and everybody.
I don't think a lot of people do, but I feel like there have been times in life where you've done that to somebody at least once, probably twice. And one of those times you got real good, real good. And you learned your lesson, and you like the next person. And that's what has messed it up for everybody else.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Because then once you get burned that one time, you ain't trying to do it again.
Yeah.
And then the ones that really, really need it, you might lead them out. You might lead them out in the cold, and you don't even want to lead them out like that.
Yeah, right.
But you just do it just because of the fact that somebody burned you the first time.
Yeah.
So people get it twisted when it comes down to borrowing and lending.
Right. And paying it back on top of that. Right?
Can I borrow? Can you lend me? If I lend you, that means it's a loan.
Right. That means there are stipulations into paying it back. Period. Don't think you just gonna get some money out of me and you're not gonna give it back. No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's jump into this confession, y'all. I'm liking today. It's been real light. Okay, we haven't gotten into like some real crazy stuff today. So this one actually is kind of it's kind of funny. So Oddly
Okay,
enough.
but let me get my straight face.
Get your straight face on, okay? Because they gonna probably be listening. I'm just saying.
Okay.